did European Renaissance scientists steal from Arab scholars? It's a question that pops up in discussions about the roots of modern science, and one that reveals just how interconnected the world's intellectual history truly is. When we think of the European Renaissance, we often imagine it as a sudden burst of creativity, when forgotten knowledge from ancient Greece and Rome was rediscovered and expanded. Figures like Galileo, Copernicus, and Leonardo da Vinci appear as if they worked in isolation, conjuring new ideas out of thin air. But the real story is far more global. Between the 8th and 14th centuries, the Islamic world experienced its own golden age, stretching from Spain across North Africa to Persia and beyond. During this era, cities like Baghdad, Cairo, and Cordoba became centers for scholarship. Arab, Persian, and other Muslim scholars translated vast libraries of Greek, Persian, and Indian texts into Arabic. But they didn't just preserve them. They critiqued, expanded, and innovated. In mathematics, algebra was pioneered by al-Khwarizmi. Optics advanced thanks to Ibn al-Haytham. Medicine leaped forward with figures like Ibn Sina. Ideas traveled. Through Spain, Sicily, and the Crusader states, translated works began making their way into Latin Europe by the 12th century. Monasteries and early universities in places like Paris, Bologna, and Oxford began incorporating Arabic treatises on astronomy, medicine, and philosophy into their curricula. In fact, many European scholars at the dawn of the Renaissance could read Arabic or relied on translations made directly from Arabic manuscripts. But stealing suggests a deliberate plot or denial of sources. In reality, most European intellectuals were open about their debts. The works of Avicenna, Ibn Sina, Averroes, Ibn Rushd, and Al-Hazan, Ibn al-Haytham, were fierce topics of study and debate among European thinkers. Thomas Aquinas, for example, engaged deeply with Islamic philosophers, in disagreement, but with acknowledgement and respect. Still, over time, as scientific culture in Europe matured and the focus shifted toward new discoveries, some contributions from the Islamic world faded from the collective memory. The Renaissance and Enlightenment narratives began highlighting classical Greek origins and European brilliance, sometimes at the expense of more nuanced origins. It's easy, then, to ask if ideas were stolen, but history is rarely that simple. The transfer of scientific knowledge was more a relay than a heist. Ideas handed between civilizations, refined, criticized, and expanded along the way. The achievements of Renaissance scientists stand on the foundation built by Arab, Persian, and other scholars. In tracing these connections, we see that progress in science comes not from isolation or appropriation, but from centuries of dialogue across cultures.